Hello, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful campus of Woods Cross High School in Bountiful this Tuesday night for first-round action of the 5A Utah Boys Basketball State Championships here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Nate Thatcher, so happy to have you here with us tonight, as we should be in for a good one between two region foes. It'll be the 21st seed Northridge Knights taking on the 12th seed Woods Cross Wildcats. For Northridge, the Knights finished their regular season in 4th place in Region 5, just one spot behind the Wildcats. And while the visiting squad may have finished behind Woods Cross in the region standings, they never lost a game to the Wildcats this year. Yes, that's right. Northridge defeated their region opponents both at home and on the road, winning by 2 in overtime back in January and just by 3 last week in this very gym. The Knights will be looking to get an upset for a 3rd time this year. But this game is the one that matters most. Will Kale Lake and company step up with yet another win against Woods Cross, or will the 3rd time finally be the charm for the Wildcats? Meanwhile, for Woods Cross, they finished their season in back-to-back losses that did include their fall to the Knights at home. Who was the other loss? The Bountiful Braves, who await the winner of this game tonight. On paper, that would have any Wildcat fans shaking their paws. But don't doubt this squad led by 4th-year head coach Josh Margetts, who's taken his team to a state championship match before. Look to the sole senior on the squad, guard Hunter Jackson, to put on a big performance tonight. He'll be hungry to get his team past the first round for the first time in 2 years. PA announcer is announcing the starting lineups as we speak. I'll give it to you right here on KSLSports.com, beginning with the visiting Knights of Northridge. It'll be Jay Oliver, the junior guard, starting alongside that player wearing number 2, Kale Lake, averages over 18 points a game, the senior wing does. They'll go alongside Danielson Cooley, Theo Roach, and Luke Bailey down low. Meanwhile, for the Wildcats of Woods Cross, it'll be the star guard Hunter Jackson alongside Madden Johnson, Elliot Bendinger, and Marcus Steppen with Nate Smith Meacham down low. These teams know each other quite well, as we mentioned in the pregame, and we should be in for a good one tonight here in the 3rd edition of this matchup this season. 2nd one in this very gym, just 1 week separation between their last contest, just a little bit over 1 week. And here we go to start off first round action here in the Utah State basketball playoffs in the 5A division. Here we go. Tip is up and controlled by the Wildcats. So here comes Madden Johnson up the floor. Knights open up in a man defense. It's on the left wing with Jackson. He's going to go cross court. Finds Steppen. Steppen's going to go down low. Beautiful pass to Bendinger. Goes up for 2. And the Wildcats are on the board first. They're up 2-0. Playing a soft press, but able to cross the timeline is Theo Roach. Ball finds its way over to Lake. Now it finds it over in the corner to Sun Cooley. Back up top to Oliver. Now Bailey's got it right. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And we got a foul on defense. It's going to go against Madden Johnson. Going to say his hands were in the wrong spot. A little too touchy. That'll be the first team foul against the Wildcats. Not even a minute here into this first quarter. Wildcats are coached by Josh Margetts, who's in his 4th season. He boasts a 56-41 record. On the other side, it's Cameron Wood, who's in his 1st season. And he's had a lot of coaching experience. The floater is up and good that time for Jay Oliver. So we're tied at 2 apiece. Cameron Wood coached previously at American Prep Academy, as well as a couple AAU stints, Brighton girls basketball, and was on a roster that won back-to-back state championships with St. Joseph's girls basketball just about 13 years ago. Northridge gets the steal and a chance to capitalize and get their first lead of the contest here on the right side. Here's Roach up top. Now he hands it off. Here's Oliver. Oliver's going to drive, picks up his dribble. Tough contest. He'll take the jumper, and it'll fall. Jay Oliver with the tough midi gets it to drop. And they now lead it 4-2. Wildcats bring it across the timeline. Here's Johnson. Over in the corner to Jackson, who finds a cutting Bendinger, but he misses the layup on the other side. And now here comes Northridge. It's going to be Oliver once again. He'll take a three at the top of the key. No good, but a beautiful offensive rebound, and the putback goes up and rattles in. Luke Bailey, the junior forward, getting things done. Northridge now leads it 6-2. Wildcats empty on the last few possessions. They now trail by 4. Here's Jackson. He's double teamed up top. Ball's off the defense, so it'll come back across half court. 16 on the shot clock. Lots of off-ball movement. It goes over to Jackson left side. He's going to drive, and then an outlet pass off a flare screen goes short for Marcus. Bendinger can't get it to go. Rebound out to Oliver. Long pass down low to Bailey, who goes up underneath the basket and gets it to go down. Northridge on an 8-0 run. Here comes Jackson the other way. Blocking foul on his shot. He'll head to the free throw line for 2. And Northridge getting back to doing what they do best this season, and that's ganging up here on the Woods Cross Wildcats, already up 8-2. Just under 3 minutes here into the first quarter. They say it's not on the shot, so they'll inbound it. And it's a three that's up and no good that time from Johnson. Here come the Knights once again, trying to extend that lead. Lake over to Roach, left side. Now Oliver's got it, top of the key. Bounce pass to Bailey. He's got it at the free throw line, left block. He's going to drive, double team. Oliver takes the three. No good. Rebound out to Bendinger. He goes across, right to left, then brings it back up top on the perimeter. Wildcats have been scoreless for over 3 minutes now. As Johnson drives against 2 defenders, can't get the layup to go. Rebound out to Bailey. Long pass by Oliver. And a nice pass down low, a baseline, as Roach finishes off a beautiful pass from Suncooley. And Northridge goes on a 10-0 run to take a 10-2 lead. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it with them. Knights back on fire. Welcome back into Woods Cross High School, where the Wildcats trail the Northridge Knights 10-2. Even though they're the higher seed at 12 and Northridge is at 21, the Knights have already beaten the Wildcats twice this season. And they're already looking good to try and make that a third time, as they currently lead by 8. Coming off a 10-0 run. How can the Wildcats respond? We'll find out right here. A zone defense, a 2-1-2 right now for Northridge. Here's Jackson going down low. And that shot is no good mid-range, but somehow he finds the basketball. And they're going to call a jump ball. That will head the Knights' direction. So Northridge, again, with a chance to extend this run. And the Wildcats are going to play a zone defense that'll go full court. Let's see how hard they play this. Suncooley inbounds, finds Oliver, dishes it over to Lake. A little bit of a soft press here. Now they trap at the timeline, but Lake's able to cross. Outlet pass in the wing, and a three connects. And drops that time for Theo Roach. And now it's a 13-0 run for Northridge. Here comes Johnson. Johnson finds Steppen. Here's Jackson. He's going to drive baseline. Bounce pass to Bendinger. He can't hit it, but a foul on the shot. And he'll head to the free throw line for 3 to try and get themselves back in this one, currently trailing by 11.
Northridge foul, number 11, Theo Roach, is first, team second. Stepping to the line, shooting 3 for the Wildcats, number 5, Elliot Bendinger.
So Elliott now at the charity stripe. They confirm it will be 3 shots. So the first one is up and in. Good sign for Woods Cross to get back and see some points on the board. Second one's up and rattles in as well. 2 for 2 so far. Bendinger, the junior forward, averages 11 points per game, and he actually is the team leader in field goal percentage, rebounds per game, blocks per game, and has 4 double-doubles this season. And he also goes 3 for 3 from the line. So they're going to look to him down low for a lot of high-quality shots. Haven't found a lot so far here in this first quarter. Drive on the left side is stopped by Suncooley. He dishes it back up top. Here's Roach. He'll take a deep 2 contested jumper. That's off iron, but Bailey with the offensive rebound, right wing. He thought about driving baseline, but good defense that time by Bendinger. It's now back up top. Here's Suncooley. Over to Oliver, who pump fakes a 3. Lost a dribble, gives it back up top. Now Bailey's got it at the free throw line. No good. And the ball goes off of the feet of Bendinger, and it goes back the Knights' way. Man, nothing is going the Wildcats' direction as just a careless turnover happens by this home squad as they trail up by 8 with under 3 to go here in the first. So Northridge will inbound with a full shot clock off their own baseline. Bailey goes for it. Tipped away by Johnson, but controlled by Roach, left side. Here's Lake. He's got it up top. Still hasn't scored in this one, but hasn't needed to. His team leads by 8. Here's Roach. He's pressured up top, tried to give a hand off to Lake. Instead, he'll take it himself. Now the ball's off of his feet. He loses it. Finds a cutting Suncooley. Ball goes away once again, and now a foul will be called against the Knights. Looks to go against Suncooley on a push. So the Wildcats get a break right there with 2:23 now left to go here in the first. First sub right now for Northridge is Kenyon Duggar, who checks in for Bailey. Bailey has been playing nice down low, especially getting some offensive rebounds here that have been key early to get them this lead. So here come the Wildcats the other direction. Jackson's got it up top. Averages almost 15 a game. He gives it up to Bendinger at the top of the key. Now over to Steppen. Bendinger now has it in the post. He's going to do a nice spin move, and he's blocked that time by Cale Lake. Here come the Knights in transition. They try to throw it over to Duggar, but a nice steal by Steppen. Ball's loose once again. Goes back over to Steppen. Under the legs. He's going to go all the way to the hoop off the right side. Can't get it, but he'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Northridge foul, number 3, Daniel Suncooley. His second, team 4th. To the line for the Wildcats, number 13, Marcus Steppen.
So Marcus will have 2 free throws right now. That's 14 fouls for Northridge as the first one drops for Marcus. So Roach will come out, and Jace Whittier will check in. 1:50 now left here in the first. Steppen trying to go 2 for 2. He does. So it's now 13-7. Can the Knights try and extend that lead? Right now, Wildcats only 1 field goal. The rest have all come from free throws. A zone defense right now for the Wildcats. Goes back into a man. Here's Oliver up top. He's going to hand it off. Whittier's got it, but then Whittier loses it, and they're going to say it's off the Wildcats' feet. It'll stay here with the Knights. So Northridge will inbound baseline, 14 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be a box formation. And here comes the move, trying to find Duggar, but a foul is going to be called. Wow, they're going to call a foul against Northridge. It's going to be called against Duggar. They're going to say it was a shove as he was trying to screen for a pass that was going to find his teammate in Whittier on the right wing, but they're going to say it was too aggressive. So 5th team foul against Northridge. Here's Jackson up top. He hands it off. Johnson for 3. No good. Offensive rebound and putback. No good that time from Smith Meacham, and Northridge has the basketball. Oliver's going to slow things down as he was almost met by every Wildcat on the floor. Now he's going to drive baseline. Duggar's got it down low. Tough shot off the backboard. Can't find the bottom of the net. Bendinger with the rebound. Here comes Elliott. He's going quickly. Steppen down low. Smith Meacham. Outlet pass to Jackson. He'll pump fake. Now back cross court to Marcus. Back over to Jackson. Now down low. Bendinger's got it. He's double teamed. He rips through and puts up 2 off the right side. And now Woods Cross on a 7-0 run. It's 13-9 Knights. Here's Lake. Excuse me. Yeah, it is Lake. Far side. He's going to drive. Now he dishes it back outside. Here's Suncooley. He'll take a step back 3. Bullseye. And Northridge responds. They lead it again by 7. 10 seconds to go here in the first. They call out the play. 5 seconds now. Here's Johnson. He's going to drive with the spin move. And the underhand shot falls as the buzzer sounds. And that will do it for the first quarter. And just like in quarters past with these two squads, it's close. Northridge still leading though, 16-11. After trailing by 2 early, they never looked back. And we'll have second quarter action on the other side of this break here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Woods Cross High School, where the Wildcats currently trail the Knights of Northridge by 5. They have yet to beat Northridge, even though they're hosting them here in the first round of the playoffs. And they struggled mightily at the beginning of that first quarter. They were up 2-0, but then were on the wrong end of a 13-0 run. Here's Bendinger up top. He finds Hallbash, who dishes it outside to a 3 for Watson. No good. And the Knights will rebound. So some subs coming in for Woods Cross. Bailey back in for Northridge. Meanwhile, Ethan Christopher in for the first time for the Knights. Ball almost comes off the feet of Bailey that time, but he collects. And Northridge playing some high defense right now. Lake's got it up top. He'll take a deep 2 straight away. No good. Bendinger with the rebound once again. He's going to move quickly in transition. He goes all the way to the rack, and it just goes right off his hands. No foul called off the contact. It'll head back Northridge's way. He was coming in like a full steam engine, and he could not slow down. Another turnover for the Wildcats. They're going to stay in this soft pressure in the full court. Here's Watson going up against Roach. Roach picks up his dribble at half court. Bounce pass over to Lake. Lake's going to drive baseline left side. He's met with the defender and Bendinger, and a foul will be called against Elliott. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Back up and running as Northridge was able to hit a 3 while we were down. It was Daniel Suncooley who hit a step back 3 left side, but a foul will be called against him on the defensive side of the ball. So Northridge goes back up by 8. They lead at 19-11. Nice pass down low and an easy layup up and in that time for Bryson Watson. Lead back down to 6. Double team meets Roach at half court, and it's picked off. Here's Jackson all the way to the cup, puts up the layup. And defense turns into offense. Lead down to 4 now for Northridge. Here's Suncooley. He's going to go. He's heavily contested right now by Hallbash. Here's Lake. He's got it. Now finds its way over to Suncooley. Bailey, left side. He's going to use a nice spin move against Bendinger. Oh, and a tough layup. Doesn't go. Tion with the board. Here's Jackson. Right side, cross court. Hallbash fakes. Back up. Jackson for 3. No good. Rebound out to Roach. He's got a wide open teammate who finds a cutting Kale Lake. He misses the shot, but he gets his own rebound. Then it's tipped away. Jackson's got it. Outlet pass. Full court transition. Hallbash for 2. Got it. Woods Cross responding with a run of their own. They now only trail by 2. And Bryson Watson and company are pumped as they head to the bench. It's 19-17 Northridge with 5:18 to go here in the second quarter. Welcome back into Woods Cross High School. The Wildcats have gone on a run of their own to cut the deficit down to 2, thanks to some nice pressure defense, especially led by Tion Hallbash. They're going to stay with this full court pressure as the ball finds its way over to Whittier. He's going to bounce pass it over to Oliver, who crosses half court. He's guarded closely by Tion right now. Bailey's got it, now right side. Back over to Whittier, who finds Oliver in the corner. Back up top. Bailey's going to pump fake a three and then bring it back. He'll hand it off. Oliver will take a three. That's too strong, no good. Jackson with the long board. He's going to move quickly in transition. A spin move down low. Finds a wide open Bendinger on the left side. Tie ball game. And Woods Cross has climbed all the way back in to tie this one up at 19 apiece. Can the Knights try and retake the lead? Here's Whittier up top, and a foul will be called again on Madden Johnson. So his second foul now here in the first half, and the second team foul here for the Wildcats in the second quarter. So here's Lake up top, gets a bounce pass over to Whittier left side. He now has it right side after the ball finds its way across the perimeter. Lake's got it. He's going to try and drive. Goes from right to left. Oh, a tough spin move, and it rattles down for Kale Lake. Northridge retakes the lead, but here's Jackson the other way. Out to Bendinger. He's going to drive baseline, and an offensive foul as he pushed off to try and get some space. And now the third team foul against the Wildcats. So just last week on the 12th, it was Kale Lake who dropped 24 points, including 4 3-pointers against this very Wildcats team, as an offensive foul now called on the other side. And Bryson Watson is fired up again. So the foul will be called against Ethan Christopher. The Wildcats will inbound baseline. But Northridge was playing very well offensively in this last outing. They made 9 threes as a team, came out firing in that third quarter. They won it 26-12 as it's picked off by Kale Lake. He's going to go in transition. Tough layup off the left side's no good, but he'll head to the free throw line for 2. And not only did Kale Lake, who's going to the free throw line right now, play well in their last game just last week, in their first game back on January 17th, back at their place, he finished with 19 points, and the team shot 20 of 25 from the free throw line as Lake misses the first one of 2. So Canyon Duggar will check back in for the Knights. Second free throw to try to go 1 for 2, doesn't go as well. Bendinger with the rebound. And he hands it off to avoid the travel as he was falling down. Here comes Jackson the other way. They're going to slow things down here in the half court. Hands off to Johnson. Johnson with a nice spin move at the free throw line. Floater short. He gets his own board. Back up top. Now Jackson's going to drive. He goes up with his left. Gets it to go. Tie ball game at 21, and Woods Cross is finding success down low in the paint. Here's Sun Cooley the other way. He's pressured up top by Watson. Now Duggar's got it. Back over to Sun Cooley. Lake in the corner. Now down low, it's Bailey. He's got a one-on-one with Bendinger. Instead, he'll dish it outside. And Sun Cooley with another three-pointer from deep. And every time that Woods Cross makes a comeback and brings this back to a tie ball game, Northridge extends it once again. Here's Johnson up top. He's got it, left side, finds a cutting Jackson. And outside to Watson for 3, bingo! Bryson Watson connects from the left wing. And Woods Cross once again ties it at 24 apiece this time. 2:30 now left here in the first half. And a timeout will be called on the floor. We'll take it with them. Last few minutes here of first half action on the other side of this break here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to first round action of the state basketball playoffs here on the Rewind Sports Network, where the Wildcats and Knights have gone back and forth like they've done 2 times already this season, as Kale Lake is fouled down low as he split the defenders and went up for 2. Couldn't get it, so he'll head back to the free throw line after going 0 for 2 last time out. Last time the Wildcats led this one was their first bucket of the game on their first offensive possession when they led 2-0. Since then, it's been the Knights that have dictated tempo and pace. Lake on the first one, it's backboard and iron and drops. So Northridge now regains the lead at 25-24. Bendinger will sub out now for the Wildcats as number 14, Nate Smith Meacham, checks in. So Lake to try and go 2 for 2 from the line and make it 50% on the night. He does it. So now 5 team fouls against the Wildcats with over 2 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Here's Johnson up top. Now back over to Jackson. Hands it back off to Johnson. He's got it up top. Now over left side to Smith Meacham. Here comes Jackson driving left side. Goes up with his right, can't get it, but he gets his own board. He tried to dish it out, but he lost the basketball. And a travel will be called against Northridge while they were in transition. Sun Cooley trying to weave his way past some Wildcats, but he carried the basketball in the process. So now at the under 2 mark, Wildcats with a chance to tie or retake the lead for the first time in a while. Down low, Jackson's got it. He's double teamed. Outlet pass to Watson for another 3. No good. And the rebound is out of bounds, but it'll be off of the Knights' hands, so it will stay here with the Wildcats. They'll retain a full shot clock as they inbound it off the corner. Sun Cooley will check out for Northridge as Calvin Hendrick comes in for the Knights. Hendrick seeing his first action here tonight. Here's Watson off the right block, hands off Jackson. Hunter's got it, now right side. He's gonna drive. Oh, and some beautiful ball moves, gets him right to the basket to lay it in for an easy 2. And once again, we're tied, this time at 26. Jay Oliver hands it off to Duggar. Now it's down low with Bailey. Bailey gonna go 1v1 baseline, goes up with his right, no good, rebound out to Steppen. He's gonna go with a far pass over to Watson, who's got it left side, and a travel will be called as he was unsure whether to stop and pop or to pass. And so the Wildcats will have to wait another defensive possession if they want to try and take a lead. So here comes Lake as he crosses half court. They're going to slow things down. We're at a minute to go here in the first half. Pressured up top by Watson. Oliver to Bailey, right side. He's got it at the right block. Back up top to Oliver. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ball almost stolen, now finds its way over to Sun Cooley. Sun Cooley picks up his dribble deep, under 10 now. And Watson picks it off in the corner. Here's Steppen. Wildcats moving in transition. Jackson right side, and the Wildcats retake the lead. And a steal by Jackson, puts it back up and in. Their defense is on fire right now. Here comes Bailey the other way. He's gonna drive. No foul called, his body's hit the floor, but no layup goes in either. Ball still going around, and a foul called against the Knights as the Wildcats are on a magnificent run right now in the last few seconds.
His first team third.
Wow, what a run. And all within the span of under a minute. Wildcats up 4 now. Here's Hunter, shot clock turned off. Chance to extend this lead going into the break. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson's gonna drive, he's wide open. Gets the layup for 2. And the shot doesn't go off in time for Canyon Duggar and the Knights, and the Wildcats end on a 6-0 run to take, an 8-0 run to take a 6-point lead into the break. It's 32-26 Woodcross here in the first round of the state basketball playoffs. We'll be right back with halftime after a few short messages. Here in the first round of the 5A state basketball playoffs in the state of Utah, as the Wildcats finish the first half on an 8-0 run to take a 6-point lead. Wildcats, of course, led by star guard Hunter Jackson, sole senior on the squad. He averages almost 15 points a game. He's the best defensive rebounder on the team. He has 3 double-doubles this season, and you can see how he gets those stats and his effort he put in tonight. Once the Wildcats decided to go with a little bit of full-court pressure, that defense ramped up and gave them opportunities on the offensive side to retake the lead. It was mostly Northridge that led in that first half, led by Daniel Suncooley, who dropped multiple three-pointers. But they now trail it by 6 after some costly turnovers late in the first half. Welcome back here on the Rewind Sports Network. Nate Thatcher here with Vince as we get ready to see who will move on to the second round to play the Braves of Bountiful, who's also in the region for both of these teams. Northridge with the ball first as Kale goes up on the left side but can't get it to drop. Here's Jackson in transition. He's going to go all the way to the cup, put it off the left side and in. Woods Cross looking to get their first win against Northridge, but the Knights won't go quietly into the night. Kale Lake hits him right back with the 2 of his own. And it's 34-28 Wildcats. Now on a 10-2 run if you extend it over from the first half. Oh, and a beautiful pass down low as Madden Johnson finishes underneath the basket. Woods Cross offense has now opened up here early on in the third. Jay Oliver's got it. He'll take a step back deep 2, and it's in and out. Man, it was halfway down the basket, but it doesn't drop, but he picks it off. It's a long pass that's intercepted. Here he goes, bounce pass down low to Bailey, but the ball is off of his hands as he tried to go up, and it'll be another turnover for the Knights. 36-28's our score. Wildcats lead it. Here comes Steppen. And Johnson will bring it across half court. He's got it up top, but it bounces off of his legs. It's an interception. Here comes Suncooley the other way. Gets it off the left side for 2. So Wildcats getting a little bit careless now. Jackson with a spin move down low. He gets a layup off the right side. And both of these squads scoring close and early. 38-30, Wildcats lead it. 6:04 now left here in the third quarter. Here's Oliver up top. He's going to drive. An easy floater doesn't go, and it's a rebound now for Watson. Here's Steppen for 3. No good. Rebound out to Lake. And here comes Kale the other way. He'll take a screen from Bailey, moving left. Now back over to Luke. Luke is going to drive, goes 1v2. Roach from the corner, connects. Theo Roach hits it from deep. And now it's a 5-point game. Here's Johnson all the way to the cup. Too short off the right side. Roach with the board. He's going to move in transition. Goes to the free throw line, and then Oliver hits a 3. No good. Watson's got it. Here come the Wildcats. They're moving quickly. Jackson up at the top of the key is going to slow things down. Here comes the play. Stepping up top. He's going to drive right. Outlet pass to Smith Meacham. No good from the corner. Knights now bring it the other way. Here's Roach. He's going to drive left. Oh, a nice pivot spin move, and he gets the easy layup off the left side. It's now a 1-possession game. Northridge cuts it to 3. Here comes Jackson. Try to get a nice pass down low to Johnson, but Oliver with some nice defense. It'll stay here as it's off of Jay's hands with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Oliver will check out after set play as Canyon Duggar comes back into the contest. Jackson looks to inbound. Oh, and a high pass down low to Smith Meacham, but he can't finish the layup off the left side. Here comes Lake the other way. Over to Suncooley. Thought about a 3. He drives out to Roach from the other corner. Rattles out. And the ball will be off of the Wildcats. It'll stay here with the Knights. Suncooley will tie his shoes to try and get ready for this set of action in the half court. Northridge currently 2-0 against the Wildcats this year, trying to make it 3-0. All of their games this year have been tight. A 2-point win in overtime and a 3-point win last week. A kickball violation will stay here, so we'll try that inbound once again. As mentioned earlier, the winner of this game will play Bountiful on Friday at 7 p.m. Northridge 0-2 versus the Braves this year, where they lost by 17 points and 16 points. So if they get that first win, it'll be very different than what happened during the regular season. Meanwhile, for Woods Cross, they went 1-1 against Bountiful, and as mentioned in pregame, that loss came last Friday. But they did win on their home floor against the Braves earlier by 4. Inbound finally finds its way into action. Here's Sun Cooley left side. Roach now has it up top. Now the ball finds its way down low to Bailey, who's fouled by Watson. That'll be the first foul here of the second half. So Watson picks up his first foul of the contest. So another inbounding play here for Northridge. A 3 will tie on this possession. Here's Sun Cooley. Over to Roach. He'll take a deep 3 left side. Bingo! Theo Roach ties things up for the Knights. And just like that, it's 38-all. Here comes Johnson the other way. He's going to drive left side. Ball comes off his foot, but Smith Meacham collects. Jackson now has it. Right side. 10 on the shot clock. It's going to be a 3 that drops. A beautiful shot. Once again, apologies for the technical difficulties as Marcus Steppen hits a 3 to put the Wildcats back up 41-38. Knights are giving them everything they have. Just mentioned a second ago, both of these games very close. January 17th, it was the Knights winning 61-59 in overtime. And on that game, it was the Wildcats that were basically almost even with the Knights in every statistical category, but they were just a little bit worse in each one, especially the two most important ones, field goal percentage and rebounding. And then on that loss last week at home, they led by 4 after the first half, but as mentioned in tonight's game, they were dominated in that third quarter on the 12th of February, 26-12. Only shot 5 of 25 from the perimeter. Doing better tonight, and still a close game as they currently lead at 41-38 with 3:25 here to go in the third quarter. So the Knights will inbound baseline. And they do. Here's Lake. And he gets a screen as they're going to bring back that soft pressure. And it works out for them. Jackson with a steal and a beautiful pass to Bendinger for 2. And the foul. Woods Cross going back to what works. And the lead up to 5 now. Bendinger led the team in that first quarter, and now with 3 points here in the third. And that extends the lead up to 6 now for the Wildcats. Here comes that pressure again. Duggar's got it now wide open. Over to Bailey in the corner for 3. Short. Smith Meacham with the board. Elliott likes to go quickly in transition. He stops at the 3-point line. And now they'll set up things in the half court. Here's Steppen. Just hit a 3 a moment ago. Jackson now has it up near the logo. He tries to go down low to Bendinger, and it's picked off by Duggar. Here comes Roach on the other end. He'll take a screen from Bailey. But then it's picked right back off by Johnson. Johnson's going to move. He picks up his dribble. Cross-court pass. Finds his way down low to Bendinger for 2 more. And the lead now up to 8 for Woods Cross. Here comes Roach the other way. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the third. Sun Cooley in the left corner. High pass down low to Bailey. Bailey with a nice pass. Once back to Suncooley. He misses the shot, but he'll head to the free throw line for 2. Suncooley was dangerous in that first half. Hit multiple three-pointers, especially in step-back fashion. And now he'll try and get on the board here in the second half, but this time from the charity stripe. The junior guard averages just under 11 points per game. And as he misses the first one, he shoots 40% from the field, 35% from the perimeter. He's a reliable scorer for this Knights squad, but he hasn't found the bottom of the net as a shooter here in the second quite yet. Tion Halbash will check back in. His defense was critical in that first half for Woods Cross, as Steppen will come out. Second free throw's up and in. So now it's Woods Cross leading 46-39 with 2:04 left here in the third. So here's Jackson. He's got it. Pass over to Johnson, right side. He's heavily contested by Lake. Johnson, open in the right wing. He's going to drive baseline. Weaves his way through a couple defenders, but can't get the layup to go. Here's Lake on the other end to Duggar. He'll drive baseline. And a charge will be called. Smith Meacham in the right place at the right time. Ref says he's set. And so it'll be an offensive foul. So let's see if the Wildcats can extend their lead once again. Here's Jackson, left side. Nice pass down low to Bendinger, who can't hit the layup. Ball tipped out of bounds, last touched by Elliott and the Wildcats. And the ball will go back over the Knights' way. Woods Cross keeping up with that full court press here as they meet Oliver at half court, and they're going to say he's fouled as he's tripped up. Foul will go against Madden Johnson. That'll be his third of the game. So now you're kind of entering that foul territory where you might be in a little bit of trouble if you keep playing handsy. Here's Duggar. Thought about a three. Instead, he hands it off. Oliver will take it. And he can't make, but Duggar will get the offensive board. Down low's Bailey, left side. And he's picked off. Smith Meacham's got it. Over to Jackson. Jackson with a spin move. Up top to Johnson, now back over. Johnson now finds its way after finding a couple teammates around the rock. It goes down. And the lead up to double digits now. 49-39, Wildcats lead. Duggar driving out to Bailey. Bailey almost loses his footing as he tried to drive baseline. Here's Duggar, down low, blocked! Bendinger got all ball. And now the Wildcats will have the final say here in the third. Shot clock turned off. So they'll slow things down and space things out. 6 seconds to go. Here's Jackson, driving, spin move, no good. Here come the Knights, and the full court shot falls short. Knights have some work to do if they want to get back in this one. It's Woods Cross leading 49-39. Fourth quarter action on the other side of this break here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Woods Cross High School where the Wildcats lead the Northridge Knights 49-39 with 8 minutes to go here in first round action of the state championship playoffs of the 5A region. Wildcats with a nice response at the end of the second and for that third quarter, as they're coming into this game having lost 3 of their last 4, and just before that they were winning 4 straight, so they were on a little bit of a downward trajectory. But they played all their games close. The Wildcats' average margin of loss in region play, 4.2 points. And if they win this, they'll get another shot at the Braves of Bountiful, who are in their region. Woods Cross starting out with the basketball, as Jackson's got it down low right side. He tried to get it to his teammate in the corner in Johnson, but it's picked off. Here's Lake, going all the way to the cup for 2. And a nice start for Northridge. They cut the lead down to single digits. So lots of movement up top. Now Jackson's going to go. He'll take Kale Lake one-on-one, and he's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Northridge foul, number 2, Kale Lake, his second, team first.
So the senior guard now at the line to try and get 2 from the charity stripe. Can extend this to a double-digit lead if he makes both. He makes the first. I mentioned that the Wildcats are coming in, having lost 3 of their last 4. Meanwhile, Northridge is coming into this game on a 2-game win streak as Jackson misses the second of 2. Their biggest win streak of the season was 3, so right now they're on their second best run of the season, you could say. Here's Suncooley down low. Christopher's got it, loses dribble. Now back up top, Suncooley's got it, thought about a 3. Now he thought about a step-back 3 and doesn't take it. Here's Kale Lake. He's in that same spot left side. He'll take it from deep. It's short. Rebound out to Hunter Jackson. He's going to go quickly. And he uses a nice Euro to the left and puts it up and in. Hunter Jackson on a mission tonight here to give the Wildcats their first win over the Knights this season, especially here in the playoffs. Here's Suncooley, far side. And he'll take a step-back 3. Too strong, no good. Bendinger with the board. Here comes Jackson again. He's going to drive. 1v1 with Lake. Handoff Bendinger. And a traveling violation will be called against the Wildcats. Turnover for the home team. Timeout called by the Wildcats. We'll take it with them. 6:08 left in the game. Woods Cross leading at 52-41 here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Timeout. Full timeout.
Woods Cross looking to get to the second round of the state championship playoffs here in the 5A category. Head coach Mark Getz led Woods Cross to that state championship game in his first year with the team in 2022, where they lost to the Olympus Titans 40-31. And since that game, his team has not been past the second round. So with a win here tonight and a potential win on Friday against Bountiful, he'll do something his team hasn't done in 3 years. So Oliver brings it across half court. We're under 6 minutes now here in the game. Here's Suncooley, left side. He goes 1v1, now dishes it up top. Christopher's got it right. Back over to Suncooley. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lake now. Cross court, Christopher. Shot's got to be put up right now. Suncooley in the left. He's going to drive. Tough 2. No good. Gets his own board. He's going to drive right and get the layup to go down. Nice effort that time from Daniel Suncooley. Northridge not out of it yet. Here's Johnson. Thought about a left wing 3 instead. He's going to slow things down. They lead it by 9. Johnson now, he's going to drive. It's a 1v1 with Christopher, and he wins. Nice shot that time by Madden Johnson. And Woods Cross back up by double digits. Here's Kale Lake for a tough 2. That's no good. Jackson with the board. And once again, Marquette's telling his team to slow down. Instead, it's Johnson for 3 quickly. No good off back iron. Rebound fought for and won by Woods Cross. Now here comes the slow pace. Apologies once again for the technical difficulties, but a lot of stuff just happened while we were down. A massive block by Theo Roach as he was on the other end. And then as Roach was driving, he threw a nice outlet pass down low to Calvin Hendrick, where he was absolutely obliterated by Bendinger. They called the foul, and then Bendinger with a stare down afterwards is called for a technical foul. So Kale Lake has just hit 2 free throws to bring the Knights back within single digits. And excuse me, it was Sun Cooley who was fouled. He was open underneath the basket. At least a lot of people thought. Bendinger came in high and hard as he was called for the shooting foul. So I believe they will allow Sun Cooley 2 free throws right here. So they can cut this to a 7-point game in 1 possession. And now the team is 3 for 3 on this try. So Northridge making a small bit of a comeback here. Lots of time, 4:21 now left in the game. Second, rattles in as well. So potentially, if Northridge were to score a 3-pointer right here, that would be a 7-point possession. Any shot right here will cut it to a 2-possession game. And Oliver inbounds. He's now has it left side. Bailey up top. Over to Sun Cooley, who finds Roach. Lake. Now over to Bailey. Sun Cooley in the left corner. Good defense by the Wildcats so far. Here's Roach. 12 seconds on the shot clock. And Oliver with the deep 3 connects. Are you kidding me? Jay Oliver has cut it down to 4 points. And just like that, it's a 7-point possession for the Knights. Can the Wildcats respond? Here's Steppen. He's going to drive. Outlet pass. Smith Meacham for 3. Too strong, no good. Oliver with the board. And a chance to cut it to 2 or 1. Here's Bailey, far side over to Sun Cooley for 3. Bullseye! Daniel Sun Cooley has electrified this Knights squad completely back into this game as they now only trail by 1 with 3:08 to go here in the game. Timeout. Woods Cross will take it with them here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back here to the final 3 minutes of 4th quarter action between Woods Cross and Northridge, as the Knights currently on a 10-0 run thanks to a 7-point possession that came because of a technical called against Bendinger, 2 free throws, and then a 3-point shot. And then Sun Cooley hits a tough step back from the top of the key, and it cuts the lead to 1. And now here come the Knights with some full court press. It's almost picked off, and then it is. Lake's got it in the corner. Knights with a chance to take the lead. Here's Sun Cooley left side, down low to Lake. Reverse layup, good in the lead. Are you kidding me? Northridge back up top. Here's Smith Meacham the other way. Now Jackson's got it up top, under 3 to go. And the Northridge fans are alive and well here in the 4th. Johnson down low, spin move up, short. Bailey's got the board. Here's Oliver, taking it across the timeline. Unbelievable right now what the Knights are doing. Here's Bailey, left side, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Northridge fans wanting some fouls called on a physical defense. 5 seconds now. Here's Lake. A tough step back three. Too strong, shot clock violation. Good response by the Wildcats. Under 2 now to go here in the fourth. Just like it's played 2 times before, it's a close game. Here's Steppen. Out right wing. Over to Jackson. Goes past 2 defenders. Goes up. It's short again. Ball is tipped. And it looked like Oliver was trying to get it off the feet of Hunter Jackson, but instead he just threw it straight into the bleachers. So the Wildcats will retain possession with a full shot clock. They trail it by 1 with 98 seconds to go. Here's Smith Meacham off the inbound. Over to Jackson. He's going to drive baseline. Back up top. Smith Meacham to Steppen. And they got to slow things down once again. Jackson drives. Picks up his dribble. Halbash to Smith Meacham for 3 in the lead. No good. Rebound over to Johnson for a layup in the foul. Madden Johnson in the clutch. Retakes the lead for Woods Cross. Unbelievable back and forth action here in the fourth. And Johnson with a chance to extend the lead up to 2. Got it. My goodness, what a game we've got here in the first round. Here's Oliver the other way. And a timeout will be called by Northridge. It's a full 1. So 1:07 now left to go here in the fourth. And the Knights stormed all the way back to take a lead. Now down by 2, but with the ball and just over a minute remaining here in the game. As mentioned multiple times in this broadcast, the Knights are 2-0 against Woods Cross this season, even though they're the lower seed by almost 9 positions, and they finish behind them in the region standings. Much of what they did to win those games came behind the efforts of the senior guard, Cale Lake, who in the previous 2 games finished with 24 and 19 respectively. But tonight, you could say that the MVP has been the junior guard, Daniel Suncooley, who's been absolutely explosive from outside. Woods Cross looking to avoid 3 straight losses, and this one would end their season. They do not want that to happen. This possession is huge for so many reasons. And we're about to find what happens in just a few moments. Here's Bailey, down low. And a foul is going to be called against the defense. That's the 3rd against the Wildcats. They only have 2 more to give. So full shot clock will reset. We're exactly 1 minute away in game time. Oliver looks to inbound. He finds a cutting Bailey for 2 in the tie. A beautiful inbound play from the Knights. And we're both at 57 apiece between Woods Cross and Northridge. The biggest offensive possession for the Wildcats this season. Johnson thought about a 3, he'll back things up. 10 on the shot clock. He's gonna drive, spin move, layup, rattles in. Timeout called. And we'll stay right here with 25.8 seconds to go. Madden Johnson, with the game in his hands, puts his team up by 2. Shot clock will be turned off for the remainder of this one. And we'll see what the Knights of Northridge have drawn up coming out of this timeout. Head coach Cameron Wood in his first season looking to get his team into the second round of the playoffs in his very first year at Northridge. He's won at almost every place he's been to, just coming off of a stint with American Prep Academy down in the lower ranks. But he's also coached at the AAU level. He coached Brighton girls basketball. And as mentioned in the first half, he won back-to-back state championships with St. Joseph girls basketball in 2012 and 2013. There's a reason why they hired him to coach the Knights. It's for moments like this. Can they come up clutch after leading for most of that first half and then trailing by even more in the second? Can they come out of here with a second win in 2 weeks and move on to the second round of the state championship playoffs? Here we go, folks. Both crowds excited and hopping. Let's see what the final 26 have in store. Ball is tipped out of bounds, but then it goes right back over to the Knights. Here's Sun Cooley, brings it across half court. What do they have set up? Here's Roach, right side, down low to Bailey. Bailey's gonna drive, goes up for two, got it! He got it! Here comes the Wildcats. 2 seconds to go and a foul will be called, and they had a foul to give with 3. Wow! Timeout called, and they're gonna say it's taken by Northridge. So it'll be a full timeout once again, but the Wildcats have a chance to draw something up here with 3 seconds to go. Are you kidding me? An unbelievable game once again. If this went into overtime, that would be 2 out of the 3 games these two teams have played this year will have gone into extra time. Their first game they played this year, just a little over a month ago, at the Knights home gym, it was Northridge winning 61-59 in overtime. If the Wildcats can pull off something in these final few seconds, it could be a very similar score in regulation. Both of these teams looking to get a win and move on to play the Braves of Bountiful in the second round on Friday night. So head coach Josh Marquette draws up his play for his squad. Let's see who he goes to shoot the shot. Three seconds remain exactly on the timer. The Wildcats will inbound near sideline, about 10 feet on the other side. So a timeout now called by Northridge as Coach Wood was looking to see what the setup would be. So it'll be a 30 as they try to see who the ball's going to go to.
I'd like to thank the Wildcat cheerleaders for coming out tonight to support Woods Cross boys basketball.
Woods Cross looking to get their 14th win of the year. Northridge trying to get into double digits in the win column with a win here tonight, here in the first round of the state championship playoffs. Once again, Wildcats with the basketball, inbounding near sideline, about 10 feet short of the half-court line. Here comes the play. Johnson finds Jackson. Jackson's gonna drive all the way to the cup, but he overshoots on the layup. And we're heading to overtime. Wow. And here we go, folks. Extra time here in the playoffs. Nothing better than this. We'll be right back with overtime after these few commercials. Welcome back into Woods Cross High School here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Overtime coming your way with an extra 4 as we're about to jump ball here at center court. The Knights with a miraculous comeback in the 4th to tie things up. The second overtime meeting between these two teams this year alone. Tip is won by Woods Cross, who are looking to get their first dub against this Knights squad here at home in the first round of the playoffs. Jackson, he's going to drive, and a traveling violation as he's met by 2 defenders down low. So a turnover on the first possession for the home squad. Woods Cross picking back up that full court press. Playing it a little bit softer right now. Halbash playing physical against Lake. Now he goes up against Oliver. Jay over to the left block and Bailey. Back over to Oliver. He'll take a screen, go moving right. Nice pass down low. Bailey goes up for 2. And the Knights lead it by 2. Here comes Woods Cross the other way. Johnson thought about a 3 right side. Instead, he's going to drive. Goes all the way to the cup, but he's short. Lake with the board. Finds Roach in transition. Back over to Lake. Down low, Bailey. Almost picked off by Jackson. Roach has it again in the corner. Now back up top to Kale. Lake going right to left. And a foul called against the defense. Tion Halbash will pick it up. And that will be the 4th team foul. So the fouls from the 4th will carry over into overtime. So only one more foul from Woods Cross will send Northridge to the free throw line. So the shot clock has reset. Here's Lake up at the logo. Slowing things down once again. Moving to his right. Asking for a screen from Bailey. Instead he's going to take it himself. Nice pass in the corner to Oliver for 3. Bingo! Jay Oliver makes it 5-0 run in overtime now for the Knights as they lead at 64-59. Here's Jackson driving to the cup for 2. Can't get it to go, but the foul will be called. And he'll head to the free throw line to try and make up for it.
To the line shooting for the Wildcats, number 0, Hunter Jackson.
Jackson trying to get some points down low, but now he has a chance to get his team their first points here in overtime from the charity stripe. First one up and in. That cuts things to a 4-point game. Second one, also good. Clutch from the Soul Senior. 1 possession game. Lake loses the basketball for a moment, but it'll stay with the Knights. They'll just have to inbound from the far sideline. Lake. Bounce pass inside to Roach. Theo's going to take it across half court. Here's Oliver. Oh, and a hard screen called against Theo Roach. And they're going to say that's an offensive foul. That will be the 5th team foul against Northridge. So Woods Cross now in the bonus. Here's Jackson. Right side, 2 minutes to go. Pass down low to Meacham, and Lake will be called for a foul on defense. They're going to say that it goes against Theo Roach again. Actually, they're going to say it goes against Kale Lake, excuse me, as I mentioned before. That's his 4th foul of the game, so one more, and he will be out. 2 huge free throws right now for Smith Meacham. First one rattles in. And it's free throws that are keeping the Wildcats in this one. Here comes the second. Short. Lake with the board. Knights lead at 64-62, under 2 minutes now left to go in overtime. Here's Oliver for a deep three. No good. Smith Meacham with the rebound. Wildcats with a chance to tie or take the lead. Jackson spin move, but he travels. A huge turnover by Woods Cross. 1:36 now left in the game. Johnson playing tough in the corner. Almost picked off. And Marcus Steppen with a jersey tug will send Suncooley to the line for two. So here comes some free throws on the other side, this time from Daniel Suncooley. These will be huge. First one in. Northridge looking to go 3-0 against Woods Cross this season. And they lead it by 3 with 1:31 to go. Second one, also good. Clutch from Daniel. And now it's a two-possession game. Wildcats have to come up with something on their end. Here's Jackson, right side. Over to Johnson. He'll take a three. Bang! Madden Johnson from deep. Cuts it to one. And then the ball is tipped out and goes back the Wildcats' way. Wow, what a turn of events. The Wildcats trying to avoid an 0-3 season against this Knights squad. But they can't lose, especially here in the playoffs. Smith Meacham gets the inbound pass. Here's Jackson up top. He's met by some defenders. Halbash for three. No good. Smith Meacham with the board and the putback. And Woods Cross leads now, 67-66. Here's Suncooley to Bailey for two. They retake the lead. Under a minute to go now. Here's Jackson. And he's going to take it under the shot clock time. So after this possession, it will be turned off. They trail by one. Here's Johnson. Out to Steppen. Pump fakes a three. He's going to drive. Halbash thought about it. Now Jackson has it. Jackson's going to drive. He goes up with his left. It's strong. Meacham with the putback. Are you kidding me, Nate? Oh, the ball's almost stolen. Lake has it. He's driving. Here's Oliver. And a foul will be called against Johnson. Oh my goodness. The fourth foul against Madden will send the Knights to the free throw line for two with 5.9 seconds remaining. The crowd is on its feet, and a timeout called by the Wildcats. Probably meant to call up a play as well as to ice Jay Oliver, who will have the biggest free throws of his high school career on the other side of this break. Welcome back into overtime. We have 5.9 seconds remaining with Jay Oliver for Northridge at the line for two. The crowd and the band letting their noise be heard, as these will be two really big free throws. Woods Cross currently leading by one. So here's Jay Oliver at the line for two. He just needs one to tie, and he misses the first. So the second one is to put it even at 69 apiece. How does he handle the noise? It's short! And Wildcats get the rebound. And they're trying to pick Jay Oliver up because this game's not over. 4.1 seconds remain. And even if Madden Johnson makes both of these free throws, it's still a one-possession game. So that was Kale Lake's 5th foul. He's out for the game. So one of their key pieces, if not their key piece of the season, will not be in for the final 5 seconds. They added a few tenths of a second, so it's 4.7. Here's Madden Johnson for his first. Got it. This next one's the big one. Here's Madden to make it a 3-point game. It rattles out. And a timeout was called with 3.1 seconds remaining. We'll see if they add a little bit of time. But it's just a 2-point game. So will the Knights have a chance to win it? Or to tie and take it to double overtime? Head coach Wood drawing up his play here in the timeout, as well as Coach Margette's trying to make a defensive effort to stall the comeback. So they add more tenths of a second back on. It's 4 seconds exactly remaining on the timer. This is just another game to add to the collection of the close contests it has been between these two schools this year. Northridge has come out on top so far in the others. Can they do it again for the 3rd time this season? We're about to find out in the final moments here of an extra period in overtime. So Oliver will inbound. They inbound it. Here comes the shot by Bailey for the win. Oh, it's off back iron. And Woods Cross gets their first win against the Knights this season. And they move on to the second round of the state championship playoffs. Wow, what a game. Woods Cross escapes the miracle comeback by the Knights. And the emotion is hitting hard for Woods players. They were so close. They put in a valiant effort tonight in a great first season by Coach Wood. 2-0 in the regular season against the Wildcats. Can't get it done in overtime here in the first round, but man, what an effort. Suncooley, Oliver, Bailey did everything they could to will their team to victory, but it's the Wildcats of Woods Cross as they're able to move on to the second round to face the Bountiful Braves on Friday. And the players get to celebrate at center court with the fans as they move on to the second round. If they win that game on Friday, that'll be the first time they'll have moved on past the second round since 2022 when they got the runner-up title and lost in the state championship. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to an amazing game between the Northridge Knights and the Woods Cross Wildcats here in the first round of the Boys Basketball State Championships playoffs. For Vince, I'm Nate Thatcher. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again here on the Rewind Sports Network.